So let's have a look at the starting grid for the opening race of the season. It's Finn Zulauf on pole position, the returning Finn Wiebelhaus alongside him in the mighty Mustang. Julian Hanses, welcome back. He has Moritz Viskursen alongside him. They are on row 2 of the grid. Row 3, the leading Pro-Am driver, Alex Fack, has the aforementioned Leighton Fury for company. Leo Pichler is on row 4 with Dennis Fetzer. We saw him guesting at Red Bull Ring last year. Then Juliana Holzem, Alan Valente, he's teamed up with Carrie Schreiner, welcoming her back to GT Masters over a long time away. Nico Hanske, we saw him last year, as was the case for Max Rice. They are on row 6 of the grid. And on row 7, we've already spoken about him, Emil Jödrum has Simon Ladniak for company. Great to have Simon here. We've seen him. It's going to be the run along this very long pit straight. And it's a long old stretch down here. We are green and ready to go for the 2025 season for the ADAC GT Masters. A great start from Finn Zulauf, immediately stepping into the lead. Julian Hanses in the BMW, shifting up into second place. Finn Wiebelhaus trying to come back around the outside, but Alex Fack is there as well. So Fack moving up to third place. He's had a difficult time in practice this morning, but making up for it now. Alex Fack to the inside of Julian Hanses. The rest of the cars fighting up towards turn 5. They've all made it around the first turns. So great start from Finn Zulauf, but second place very much up for grabs. Moritz Viskursen is in there as well. They're all scrambling for positions on this, the opening lap of this 80-minute race. Really important to hold it all together, keep it on the track. So it's Finn Zulauf leading the way. Julian Hanses into second place. Alex Fack, though, looking to relieve him of that. The two cars running side by side. It is a drag race, and the grunt of the BMW trying to come back, but Alex Fack into second place in the Porsche. There's a car spinning in the background. That's Moritz Viskursen.
Suspension, and we'll see it from an exterior point of view now. And that was the earlier incident on lap 1 for Viskursen, wasn't it? At the end of lap 1, the spin on the way into turn 8. Did he get a tap? Yes, he did. Yes, that's why. Pretty hefty one on the left rear corner. But he gathered it back up very quickly, and that was from Finn Wiebelhaus. You can see from the replay there. He was 4th in the championship last year.
Needless to say, the stewards will be taking a look at that. But Alex Fack looking to the left, looking to the right, to the outside, into turn 1, under braking. He's trying to come back, but Hanses looks to have this covered off. Finn Wiebelhaus from the front row, down into 4th place, still not giving up. This is great stuff from Alex Fack.
Yeah, good stuff from Holzem in that BMW, because he was racing. Oh, that's damaged suspension on the Haupt Racing Ford Mustang of Dennis Fetzer. And you can see the rear wing rattling away. That's because the front suspension is buckling, and he's got a roughshod ride back to the pits with that. So into the pit lane he will come, I'm afraid. And that is seriously damaged, that front suspension. So that, I'm afraid, he's probably going to be out of the race. That's 1 place gain back. This is on board with Leighton Fury. That's the cause of it then, down the inside and making heavy contact with the car ahead. Fact driving well, but he's now left the door open, and Wiebelhaus gets his foot in the door, coming through the turn 11 and turn 12, ran back onto the banking. The Mustang is going to be rather quick, that V8 engine, that 5.4 litre V8 engine in a straight line, and Wiebelhaus with the onboard camera pulls away, so he's up to 3rd, and the job of defending is not yet done for Alex Fack, is it?
Yeah, Juliana Holzem, he's made a great start. He had made up 4 places, make that 5 briefly. He had his nose in front, but coming through on the inside, the other the BMWs as well, they're all scrambling for places. This is an endurance race, not a sprint place, you know, chaps. But Alex Fack holding on to it. Look at the scramble of cars behind. The second window will open in the 55th minute of the race as Leighton Fury now moves to the inside of Leo Pichler. So this is for 5th place. Look to make that quite easily. Pichler making his debut in the ADAC GT Masters.
Yeah, nicely done, that move by Leighton Fury. What he did, he got a really good exit coming out of turn 7, and that got him the run up into turn 8. And he'd already got the momentum here, and he was very good on the brakes, the South African. So Fury down the inside. Pichler then kind of on the back foot, losing a bit of rhythm, bit of momentum through the final sector.
Out along the pit straight they come once again. Now Leighton Fury, a little look to the inside. Max Rice fancies going 3 abreast to the inside. And Leighton Fury under braking into into turn one, backs out of it, so there's no contact, no issues, but you get the feeling that Max Rice is getting a bit impatient already. He's in 6th place. Success with everything he does, so here he comes. He's helping Pichler out of the car, and Pichler will get back into it after the second stop. So it'll be Simon Birch who does the middle stint. Right, we're not seeing any tyre changes at the moment. Also out of the car is Simon Ladniak. Dante Rapange, great to have him here. The driver from the Netherlands who is jumping into the seat of that Lamborghini to take it over. So this is a tyre change for car number 6. So this is going to be their long stop. So this needs to be a minimum time of 100 seconds for pit entry to pit exit.
Which tells them and counts down the minimum time that they've got to be in there, and has a delta. So if they're slightly ahead or slightly down, then the pit mechanics will hold them there a bit longer. They're not meant to slow down the cars on the exit to the pits, so they have to be very careful of that. They can't just crawl down to make sure they don't get to the exit line too quickly. And also they'll have a mechanic timing it as a backup as well to make sure they don't go under that minimum pit stop time. So Simon Birch's pit stop time, 1 minute 42.7 all told, and 1 minute 40.8 for the number 6 Lamborghini.
So Max Rice exits the seats.
Simon Connor Prim on cold tyres, isn't it? Coming out of the pit lane, straight off into the gravel trap. They also didn't have a great pit stop there. It's going to be the Schwarzer car because they opted to do their short pit stop first. So they get 10 seconds less anyway. This is an off-road. It was their longer pit stop. It should have been 100 seconds, was 108.1 seconds. So they'd already lost time in the pit stop. And look at this, the BMW of now Tim Zimmerman, driven by Leighton Fury earlier on, gaining a place here, running to the left-hander at turn 6, moving ahead of the Holtzum BMW, which Leighton Fury was stuck behind before. And Callis has got past that car since as well, so Zimmerman.
Into turn 1, will he have a look to the outside? The inside is the answer. Late on the brakes, can he slow it down? No, he can't. Dennis Bulatov coming back around the outside, picking up a little bit of the dirt. Yanis Fitcher loses the traction, but for a moment, Dennis Bulatov says, I'll have that back, thank you very much, and away he goes. I thought Alex Fack had a bit of a glint in his eye when we spoke to him this morning. He knew exactly what he was doing, didn't he? Yes, some lovely replays here. That was Dennis Bulatov, a defender of the week, I would say there. Really holding off brilliantly from the attack.
Great battle going on for second and third. Here it is. And the Mustang still side by side with the Lamborghini. We know it's going to be rapid in a straight line as well. Salman Vega in the white Mustang then, trying somehow to break into the top 3 here. Can he get the run into turn 1? He's going to show his big fat nose on that Mustang, the big grille looking daunting as it bears down upon the rear wing of the Lamborghini, but the Lamborghini's got the inside line a bit twitchy. Does he run wide? No, he doesn't. So the nose of the Mustang sits back in behind, who's got to do a longer pit stop as well. So he's really battling Prim and a Vega at the moment. Here's a replay of that battle between the sleek Lamborghini Huracan and the big brutal Ford Mustang.
So we don't know where to look. The battles are up and down the pack, and here it is. Eduardo Cositeg in second place. He's got Simon Connor Prim on the inside. Look at this. Salman Vega 3 abreast. Who's going to break the best? The Lamborghini's been looking nimble on the brakes all day long, and that is exactly the case here. Suddenly Cositeg getting relegated 2 places in 1 corner.
A long...
Oh, hang on. This is for the lead.
Yes,
here we go. Simon Connor
down
Prim.
the inside.
Yes, well, that was... candy from the proverbial baby, wasn't it? Just dived through, straight through, lead change. Simon Connor Prim in the number 33 car. The car is back in front.
Off the manoeuvre, and this was the change for the lead of the race as Simon Connor Prim, just at the end of that back straight, down into the left-hander at turn 8, got past Alex Schwarzer in the Porsche, and Schwarzer demoted at the moment to second place. So the number 1 car of Vega, that's got to do a long pit stop.
And it's Dennis Bulatov at the wheel of one of their cars that is attacking and defending at the same time, because Yanis Fitcher in the Mercedes AMG fancies getting past both of them. Out along the pit straight they come. I should think Gary Schreiner doesn't know what's hit her here. Dennis Bulletov to the inside, into turn one. Schreiner demoted 2 places in one go.
Line there and down on the low line as they went 3 abreast the Mercedes. Yeah, that was excellent stuff from Janis Fitchik. Absolutely committed and flat out. Now going through turn 12 there, they're pushing over 200 kilometres an hour. The 2 fastest laps of the race. Off is the race leader through the gravel trap there, and Finn Zulauf trying desperately to get out of the gravel trap and get back on the road. That's at turn 8. He's lost a huge amount of time, but he's still going to rejoin. Then we'll see it from the onboard. He just went in too deep, didn't he? Just understeered straight on into the gravel trap. Blimey, but such was the lead that he still comes out and emerges in the lead of the race just with a heart rate monitor that's gone through the roof, wasn't it? But 2.8 seconds clear. But you're right about Wiebelhaus. 2 fastest laps of the race on the last 2 laps, and now 3 abreast, diving down the inside. The Mustang gets through. Back has to get out of the way. Hanke's coming back in the Audi. That's brave from Nico Hanke, isn't it? He was second favourite into turn 2, but he's made it stick.
Got him. So Viscursion also moving forwards. This is a replay on board from the perspective of Alex Fack. We're heading into turn 1. He had the outside line, but there's a big fat Mustang on the inside. There it is, squeezing through. I think Fack did well just to get out of the way of this one, because this could have been very lively indeed. Look how much pace Wiebelhaus had along the pit straight, and he was brave on the brakes as well, wasn't he? Into turn 1, slams the door in the face of Alex Fack. It's like, I'm coming through, otherwise we're going to have an accident, I think. So takes it very deep into the corner. And great stuff from Finn Wiebelhaus. This is why a lot of people are mentioning his name. He moves up into 5th place. And this is, again, a view from Alex Fack as Nico Hanke. Will he have a look to the inside? Furry will be aware of that. He goes to block him in into turn 6. There's a gap on the inside. I think Furry's going to lose this one here because Nico Hanke moves his car to the inside. The inside becomes the outside. Furry comes back in.
We might be about to get a change for second place on the run into turn 6. Down the inside goes Finn Wiebelhaus. He's done it through into second place. Fantastic. He's been a second a lap quicker than Rice over the last 2 laps. He's got his head down and through he's gone at the first real opportunity as the clock ticks down to 0 despite all the penalties.
After this, here's a replay from the perspective of Finn Wiebelhaus, and you could see Max Rice just a little bit twitchy under braking, then out back onto the tri-oval they come, and then in towards turn 6, and Wiebelhaus has that inside line. You get the feeling there might have just been a bit more rubber left on the tyres. We're looking at 3rd place, and there is 2nd, but up ahead of them, Leo Pichler along with Simon Birch. They've done exactly what they needed to do. It's their debut in the ADAC GT Masters. They win on debut the first race of the season. Leo Pichler and Simon Birch for Razoon More Than Racing, winning race 1 of the season. And of course, the first ever win for Razoon More Than Racing as well in this series. Finn Wiebelhaus along with Salman Vega. What a drive despite 20 seconds of penalties, coming home in 2nd place.
Yeah, absolutely right. Nicholas Callas with his first podium as well in 3rd place on debut, with Max Rice getting his 2nd podium in the ADAC GT Masters Championship. Well done to them there. The results, the top 8 after 57 fantastic laps of racing. But it might be very different tomorrow, Brian, because there is a 70% chance that we're going to get some rain or some rain showers during the course of the afternoon, as if we needed to mix things up even more in this GT Masters racing this weekend.
And of course, Leo Pichler and Simon Birch will be carrying a bit of success ballast as well. They'll have 20 kilos extra on board. Finn Wiebelhaus, Salman Vega, who was 2nd, will get 10 kilos extra. And 3rd place, Max Rice and Nicholas Callas will get an additional 5 kilos of success ballast. But they won't be thinking about that now. They will be thinking about the fact that they have just won the 1-2-3 in the opening race of the season for the GT Masters. The trophies presented by Daniel Ulbrich, the head of marketing for Pirelli Germany. Lovely trophies, and they will be very cherished and valued as the first trophies in GT Masters for our race winners. Maya Mora, member of the executive board of DMSB, presents the 2nd place trophies. And representative from Schaeffler, presenting the third place trophy. Sören Zinner, the Director of Global Sponsorship and Merchandise of Schaeffler AG. Great to see the Schaeffler car doing hot laps around here with Markus Winkelhock at the wheel in between races here. Still yet to give me a drive in one of those. And then for the team trophy awarded, and Razoon More Than Racing, very successful in GT4 and in various other categories, but now race winners in GT Masters. And then the Pro-Am trophy to the defending champions, Alex Fack and Alexander Schwarzer. And we'll pose for the photographs. So this, the first of 6, yes, 6 endurance races this year. We only had 2 last year. We loved it so much, we've come back and tripled it. So we get another endurance race tomorrow, whereas last year we'd have a shorter race following an endurance. This year we get to do it twice. So we get another 80-minute race tomorrow, and then we head to Zandvoort in June for the first of the two sprint races, the first 2 sprint races of the season.